Hello all, I'm going to be talking to you about something a little bit different. So let's get right into it. Okay, I'm sure all of you have wondered why or how you keep tarantulas. And I'm not going to say it's hard, because it's not, but with some species it can be. Like species that need more water, or species that need certain requirements. Like, let's take just a normal, who's out? So let's take this one for instance. My Nandu carapoensis. These stay mostly on the drier side for my part, but I give them a wet corner just down here where their water dish is. And yeah, that's how I keep this one, but they're known as like a sort of burrowing species, so it depends on them, but you give them enough room. And these enclosures, these just plastic boxes, you can find them anywhere, literally anywhere. Anywhere that has like in England we have Poundland, and in Poundland you can get these muffin tins or muffin boxes and brownie boxes that are only £1 or £2, and you get muffins out of it, so that's the bonus. And you get a nice big enclosure for your tarantulas, or sort of big, semi-big. And this one is a brownie box, by the way, and it's not that big for an adult, but it's big enough for probably up to maybe a juvenile, maybe, depending on the species. And this is where I keep my terrestrial slings that don't normally burrow but want to be, well, don't normally burrow, let's put it that way. And this biggish one is my Codstellana species pubella enclosure. It's not massive or anything, it's just really deep. And because this is a burrowing species, she mostly burrows down, and I don't see her very often, or I see her out and about when she's ready. But for the most part, I give them a couple of sprays or a couple of misting sprays, just so that they have some moisture in the enclosure. And then yeah. And it's not that hard, but with some species like oh, hold on, I'll show you in a second. But with this species, Codstellana species pubella, just I give them a light spray on one side, so they have a dry side and they have a wet side, and this is so they can have a drink, so they can feel nice and moist and just have some sort of moisture. We'll move on to the next one. This enclosure is my arboreal enclosure for my Venezuelan sun tiger, and as you can see, it's very moist in there, and it's got his little cork bark, and he should be somewhere in there basically. But I keep him relatively damp because he comes from those sort of conditions. I obviously give him a cork bark hide, so he has something to go and web around, and because he's still a small sling sort of, he will normally make a web just underneath and burrow under there, and then he will be all fine and dandy for the most part. But he'll do his own webs, and normally they make web curtains, so hence why they'll put the web like that. And they will throw dirt at it or put things on it and sort of just do it that way. And yeah, but this is mostly just a video talking about how you can keep your tarantulas. And this box cost me roughly about £6 from Amazon, and it's really good. They're really good acrylic enclosures for the most part. but they're like for things that you can't really find out there. Like you can use all sorts of tubs. Like for my bigger arboreal, I have this tub over here for my Singapore blue, which I've rehoused in my very, very far beyond. And yeah, yeah, so that's that one that I paid out a little bit of money for. Moment, which is that big box over there. And it's it's a big box. I got it for roughly about 16 or 17 pound. They're normally about 10 pound or 13 pound, but I got it from somewhere else, and that's my fault really. I shouldn't have got it from there, but I did. And I would urge you, if you are watching this and you are new or wanted to keep tarantulas, I would urge you to buy a red knee, because although they are the like normal popular, oh yeah, that's just the basic tarantula, they are very cool to keep. There she is, my lovely girl. But they are very cool to keep, and they are pretty fast growing. I kept mine. I had mine in one of these tiny little tubs. Can't find it now. In one of roughly about the same size as this cricket tub. So it was pretty small. If you buy crickets in England, you know what that is. They're not amazingly big, but I kept her in one of them, or in a takeaway tub. I can't remember. It's one or the other because it was a bit ages ago. But I kept her in one of them for a long time with holes pierced in it and a heat mat, so she had heat. And then she grew up really, really quickly, and now she's turned into this lovely little monkey that's ready. That I think is in a pre-molt for the most part. And let's move on to the next one, I guess. Now, for the most part, I don't really buy enclosures or anything. I normally just get them and sort them out, or I get plastic tubs and things and I pierce holes in them. But for this one, I got this is my Guatemalan tiger rump, or the Davis Pantaloris, and I got her, or hopefully her, in a nice 20 by 20 by 20 cube glass enclosure, which I thought would be good. And I mean, it's not bad. The only problem that I have with this enclosure is the opening mechanism, because you have to push it down. If you have slippery hands, you might not be able to get it open or anything like that. And I keep her on the dryish side, but I spray her down every so often. I have a water dish just down here. And yeah, and not only that, another thing that I find that is good is sorry, we're going to move on to the next one quickly, is these Ferrero Rocher tubs. Now, I know they cost quite a lot. Oh, sorry, this last one, I forgot to say, cost me 30 something pound from eBay, which, considering like Amazon, it was like double the price. It was like 50 quid, and I was like, no.
Absolutely not. 50, 60 quid? No, I'm not paying it.
But yeah, I got that one for alright price, I guess, considering it's glass. But these Ferrero Rocher ones, I know they're pretty expensive. They're like £4 or £4.50 for like just a couple of chocolates, and you know, the only thing that you get out of it, extra chocolate. And yeah, I've got my Albicolosum or Albicolossus in here, the hobby form curly hair, and as you can see, it's just a normal container with some holes put in it, and that's mostly it. And they make good, I guess they would make good, I can't remember the name now, arboreal enclosures, because they're quite flat at the base. And yeah, but that only cost me 4 quid, and I got chocolates out of it, so that's the bonus of having some of these things. And also, another thing, these sling pots that I see a lot of people with. I don't get these from the spider shop, although they're probably cheaper from the spider shop. I got them off of eBay, and you can get roughly about 20 or 10 of them for about £6, which is not bad. Sometimes you can find them cheaper for like £3 or so, and yeah, I got like about 20 of them, and they're just sling pots for my next lot of slings when I get them, or for quite small dwarf type tarantulas that are really small, like I think my Quezon Earth Tiger. I'm not sure if he's just, I don't know what he is. But yeah, these are really handy for when if you prefer buying slings rather than adults or anything, and you want to keep them in something that is already quickly made, or you have them on hand or anything. But normally, if you're going to keep slings or anything, I would keep my slings in these cricket tubs that I have, because this is the way that I've always had them, and I've had nothing go wrong. They always make their own little houses or anything like that, and yeah, they sort of do their own sort of thing. Another type of enclosure that I have is this sort of biggish box, and they're called, oh god, that's a lot of glare. On eBay they're called reptile breeding boxes. I'm not sure why, but it's not for breeding, obviously, but they're really good for keeping tarantulas in. And in this one is my Pisas May, but he's hiding underneath the cork bark. And they're roughly about £5 or £4, depending where you get them from. I got 2 of these off of eBay for £3 each, so about £6. And yeah, but your best bet is probably putting your slings in these cricket tubs, because they are really good for housing slings up until they get a little bit bigger, and they can move into these sort of tubs or the brownie boxes or anything like that. And they sort of they're really easy, because you don't have to put loads of ventilation, because they already have ventilation on the sides. I'll just lift up and show you this one. They have a lot of ventilation holes on the sides, so you don't really need to put any ventilation on the top or anything, although it would be good to put it on the top. I am lazy, so I'm not going to put it on the top. But as soon as you wash them out, you keep them, and you can keep them in there. But yeah, this has been a video. Sorry if this is a bit rushed. I'm probably going to put some feeding clips in between this, because I did a feeding video yesterday, and unfortunately it didn't go like all well. Most of the tarantulas didn't eat, and unfortunately that's just the way it was, and I feel like that would be a very boring video compared to talking about these and how you would normally keep them, or how, you know, I'm not going to talk about every single tarantula and how I keep them, because everyone keeps their tarantulas different. This video feels a bit rushed, but it's just talking about how easy it is to keep the tarantulas, really. And I have them in a heated room, so I have the ones who need the most heat on this side, close to the heater, and the ones that need lesser heat or are more forgivable about heat on this side, so going around the room. And yeah, oh, I haven't showed you this one. Ugh. I don't think I've showed anyone this one yet. This is my, I don't know if you can maybe see her in there, but this is my giant house spider that I have. I didn't want to catch her from the wild, but she was just roaming around the house, and she was, where is she? She was missing 3 or 4 legs at the time. She's molted twice with us now. Let me see if I can get a better photo or better thing for you guys. But she's just over here. You can see her tiny little body and her legs. But is that her? Is that her? Or is that her? I'm not sure anymore. But it's unfortunately dirty on the inside, and I can't clean it because she's in there. But yeah, she's pretty cool to have. She's my, I don't know the scientific name, I'll probably put it below. but she's my giant house spider. So and I got this enclosure free. It was meant to be a gecko setup, or from my corn snake that we have, and he ended up staying in it for like a couple of days, and then we bought him a like big vivarium. And yeah, I found this on Facebook. So I mean, if you guys can find tubs and things on there on Facebook, that's really good. Normally people sell a lot of things cheap on Facebook, so that's an extra bonus. But these are some of the clips that I got from my video yesterday when the feeding wasn't right. So here we go. This one is my Harpictera dictator. It is a South African baboon species. Pretty awesome web tunnels and everything that look cool. We'll see if she will take a pretty big cockroach or doobie roach, whatever you want to call them. Get off. Oh. Bite it. She's getting ready to. Bite. Go on, bite. Oh, she's going to come out then. As you can see, she's a lovely, lovely colour. Especially while she's like this. Lovely colour and everything. Hopefully she doesn't escape like she's trying to do. Mischievous. I don't know how to get this out now because you're right there. I don't want you to attack my tongs. But if you, there you go. Oh yes, right underneath it. Sorry, it might be a bit dark. There we go. Right underneath. Right there. Oh, okay. Having a bit of a wrestling match now. As you can see, they have a nice striped abdomen, and they are a lovely golden colour, which is pretty cool. Please don't go out. Don't go out. No, no, no. Stay in, please. There we go. He's trying to... Oh god. It seems like the cockroach is taking him for a walk. Look at that. But will be the biggest South African species. Well, this is the biggest South African species of tarantula that they know of at the moment. But god, I can't wait till she gets bigger and she makes more of these cool tunnels everywhere. But I think in the next one we'll give her a rehouse because she'll be ready to molt then, and she'll go and do a bigger one. So next one, Nhandu carapoensis, or the Brazilian red. I'm just going to grab a small one and whoop. Oh. Oh yes, nice takedown. This next one is Bombocabocola, or the Amazon redhead, for the obvious thing. It's a bit red-headed, just a bit. We'll see what. Oh, hello. He's being a bit adventurous. He's come out of a molt, so he should eat, in theory. In theory, we'll just see. Oh. Yes, yes, yes. Good boy, yay. That's awesome. This is the video. Thank you for watching and listening to my horrible voice. Talk about, babble on about these lot. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good day and have a good night or have a good afternoon, whichever way it is for you guys. And I hope I hear from some of you about how your tarantulas are doing, or if you're new to keeping and how you want tips or anything like that. I'm relatively new to keeping, but I still have some tips and from other people that have experiences and things like that. So at the end of the day, if you like the video, go for it. Give me a like. It shows me that you support the channel and that you support what I'm doing, and that you'll help you know, with the rest of the channel. I'd like to see some of your suggestions on videos. I mostly do feeding videos, but as I told you before, feeding video for this week cancelled. And yeah, we're just gonna go off of that. Hope you guys like, subscribe, and make sure you comment something down below. Otherwise,
No, we're not doing it. Okay, you have to comment something. You got to this part, comment something.
anyway, see ya. Bye.